So in this segment, we're going to talk about the thriving piece. The last two videos, I talked about financial survival. And the reason why I wanted to talk about the thriving piece, because sometimes we can get stuck in this keeping our head above water where we feel like, you know, we can't make any more money than what we make now. This is all we can make. And so we limit ourselves to the possibilities on what we actually could have financially. I was in that survival mode for a very long time, and I lost like 5 jobs in 4 years. All right. And it was actually one of the most difficult seasons of my life because I just felt like I could never, really, stay afloat, provide for my family. And not to mention just all the unexpected expenses that came with it. Like I had a lot of car problems where I couldn't even afford to buy me another car. I had a lot of home repair. I had the older IRS. And it just seems like when it rained, it poured. And so when I got a job, my goal was to keep a job because I didn't want to experience another layoff. But I had to divorce that mindset. And so I want you to do the same. I don't want you to think that, that was it for you. Just, stay on the budget, pay some bills, and that's it. No, you deserve to be, financially abundant. And I know sometimes our mindset on money is just not where it needs to be. And it's okay to have money. And a lot of us don't feel like we can get it. We feel like it doesn't apply to us. So it just kind of stays stuck, doing the same thing and kind of not getting any new results. And I want to share something really brief with you. I met a lady a few months ago, and she told me that, and she's in her 70s. All right. And she said, I cannot afford to retire. And that's what came out of her mouth. And so she's actually forced to work because she doesn't have an option not to. And I'm sure 30, 40 years ago, she probably said that would never be me. But 30 and 40 years later, she ended up being exactly what she said she would never be or do. And I want to say that because I don't want you to take this lightly. I want you to really think about where you are. And so that goes into my first point about, setting better financial goals. Be very specific on what it is you want. Like, you don't have to sit here and say, I just want to make money. Put some numbers out there. Like, how much money do you want? Or better yet, if you're in debt, how much do you need to pay off? You want to know your numbers. And because the more of the aim or the more of the target, the more of the aim you have to hit the target. And you can't hit a target when it's not specific. And so ask yourself, where do I want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Let's start setting those goals and then ask yourself, what am I doing now to achieve the goal? Are you even doing anything to achieve it? And so, and if you're not, you need to go back and revise a new blueprint, because I'm telling you guys, you'll look up and, it'll be 10 years from now and you're probably exactly where you are financially 10 years ago. All right. And I know some people say, well, you know what, Tonya, what I make is what I've been making. I don't know how to make anything else. I've been at this job for X amount of years. And so if you're a person who's in your career, one thing you want to do is look at the job where you are now and ask yourself, is it really paying you for what you're worth? Like the value you bring, the difference you made by being at the company, and see what it would take to get to another level there. If you love your job, there's nothing wrong with that. However, just because that's what you want doesn't mean that that's what they're going to give you. So it's important to understand that if you do go in there and you ask, well, what are my career advancements? And if they don't have anything for you right now, then go look for you another job somewhere else. See, listen, the goal is to find you some income to allow you some financial freedom. And what we have to understand is that we're going to have to get uncomfortable in these situations. We're going to have to allow ourselves to put ourselves in a different position to make this happen. Now, when you go and find another job, be clear on what you want. Be clear on your salary. Be clear on the benefits. Be clear on the commute or even the telecommute that you might want. Like, don't just go to another job just because they pay you a few dollars more. Go with intention. Because you're valuable, you can do that, and when you can do that, you can get exactly what it is that you want. All right. Another thing you want to do if you want to increase in your career is take classes or courses. This is not about going back to school and getting another degree and getting in debt. This is about just building up your credibility, whether that be through a certification. And a lot of jobs now, they actually pay for you to get these certifications. So look into your job now to see if they can pay for you to increase your education. Now, I wanted to talk about something else that didn't involve a 9 to 5. I wanted to talk about entrepreneurship. I wanted to talk about you creating some money for yourself. You know, everybody has a gift, okay? And a lot of people have several talents, okay? Talents and gifts are two different things. But the point of this is to say we all have something to add. We all have value. And a lot of us are sleeping on things that we're not waking up to in order to get to our financial goals. So what does that mean? That means that you can make your own money. You don't have to depend on a 9 to 5 to bring you financial freedom, because truth be told, most people who have financial freedom, they don't just get it from their 9 to 5. They have other ventures and other things going on behind the scenes. And so I'm saying that to tell you is that what is it that you're not doing that you need to be doing? What service do you have? What product do you offer? What is it that you do so well that nobody else can do like you, and you can actually start making money off of? And so I'm gonna give you guys a couple of different ideas, because some of you guys are probably thinking, I don't have a talent. Yes, you do. Chances are you just not allowing yourself to see your talent because you don't understand the value that you have. Okay, so I want you to think about, like, you can do things like blogging, okay? You could, write an ebook and sell it on Amazon. You can be a freelance proofreader, okay? Some of you guys got some really good skills on acknowledging these punctuation and these grammar errors, and you can actually get paid to start doing it. I read an article where a lady made $43,000 a year part-time just doing this, okay? You can create custom t-shirts and sell them. Okay, you can create an online course. What is it that you do that people keep asking you, how do you do it? And I can guarantee you it's so easy for you that you probably don't even realize that it's your skill and it's your talent. So allow yourself to see what it is that people keep asking you to do that you can create a course on. Okay, for all my arts and crafty people, start selling that stuff. Go on Etsy.com and start putting that stuff out there for people to buy. You can be a notary. Yes, notaries make money. You can be a mobile notaries where you go to somebody's house or go to a facility and notarize. You can make money being a notary. A coach or a trainer in something that you are great in that you're overlooking because you probably think what you're doing doesn't add value. All right. And those are just a couple of ideas I wanted to just bring to you to get your mind to start thinking about what it is that you do so well right now that you can start creating residual income, and you can start, allowing yourself to build that financial freedom for your life. All right. And I wanted to talk about investing very quickly. All right. Look into it. Don't sit here and think you can't invest because you think you got to have a whole lot of money. Allow yourself to look at the stock market. If it's intimidating, learn about it. I did. I used to think it was for a certain type of people with a certain amount of money, and I wasn't available to the stock market. And because I thought that, I didn't allow myself to look into it until I allowed myself to learn about it. Okay, learning just the basics so I can start understanding how can I make my money work for me. And so allow yourself to open up those possibilities in looking into the stock market or even real estate. So what about real estate? It is an option for you. It is a way for you to become an investor. You can be the one to sell the houses. You can buy the houses and sell them. You can get them wholesale. And it all starts with just getting educated, knowing what your financial requirements are, knowing what your credit score is like, knowing that maybe you might need an investor to come help you get that first property. But the point is that there are so many possibilities for us, but we keep putting ceilings and limits on things where there should be no ceilings and it should be limitless. And so that's what this segment was about, to just open up your mind to know that you can be in a whole different position even a year from now than where you are right now. And so that's all I wanted. I just wanted to bring this up to your attention to just get the mind going, because I want you to start creating a different mindset on money. It's time to build a new generational wealth line. Some of us, this might be all what we know is to work the 9 to 5. We don't know anything else. But just because that's all what you know doesn't mean that's all you have to know. So allow yourself to get educated. Allow yourself to know that I want to break this generational gap. I want to create a new wealth line to not only provide financial freedom, but to pass that on from generation to generation. Okay, so that's all I got, guys. I'll be back with some other good stuff, but whatever you want to hear about or you want to get more information about, inbox me on my Instagram and let me know what you're interested in, and I will do a topic on that. All right, so you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon.